Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. Today, the 8th day of Navratri, celebrated as Durgashtami, and North India generally people prepare puri, halwa and kala chana. I am going to show you a South Indian sweet known as Puttu, which is made definitely during one of the days of Navratri, preferably on a Friday or a Tuesday or whichever day is comfortable to you. And a sweet Sundal using this cowpeas, the red variety one, also known as Lobia. This is the Tamil Nadu style Vella Puttu made with rice flour and Jaggery. Not to be confused with the Kerala Puttu, the method is totally different. Here I have soaked raw rice. You have to soak it for minimum half an hour. Now drain out the water completely and then in batches just dry roast it in a pan. See, the water evaporates, the rice will get hot and then it will start changing color and popping too. We have to wait till that stage. See, the rice has started popping now. I don't know if you can hear the popping sound, but you can see it actually, how it is popping. And the color is also changing to a brownish color. Just a little bit more and we can take it out. When it has changed color to a nice reddish brown like this, we will switch this off and remove it onto a bowl. Now similarly, dry roast the remaining batches of rice too. Now all the rice has been dry roasted well to a good reddish color. Allow it to come down to room temperature and then powder it in your blender jar. See, we have now ground it into a fine powder in a mixie jar. So take it out onto a bowl. Heat a cup of water along with a pinch of turmeric powder. When it starts boiling, we can switch it off. Now just sprinkle little bit of the hot water, little at a time, and mix it into the flour. Just mix a little bit every time. Be careful because it is hot. Now the test to see the consistency is you take a little bit of this and press it in your hand. You should be able to press it like this into this cylindrical shape. If you leave it, it should again go back like this. So now the consistency is perfect. I have used just about 3 or 4 ladles of this. You can say about slightly more than 1/4 cup. That's all was required. I kept some water for steaming in a pan, and on a steamer plate you can place a cloth. Today I am using this Biko reusable towels. I have shown you this earlier also. It's not a promotion, I am just sharing with you what I am using, that's all. It comes in very handy for this or for wiping something clean. Now place this prepared flour on this cloth. If you don't have this, just use any clean white cotton cloth. The water is beginning to boil now. Now place this to steam. Steam it over a low to medium flame for about 6 to 7 minutes. Side by side, I will make the jaggery syrup. For 1 cup of rice, you need 3/4 cup of jaggery. Add some water to it. and allow it to first come to a boil. See, now the jaggery has dissolved. At this stage, if you like, you can filter it and then bring it back to the same kadai. This jaggery is clean, so there is no need for me to filter it. Now continue boiling it till it reaches the soft ball consistency. I will show you. See, when the syrup is thick and starts frothing like this, to test the syrup, just add a small portion in a bowl of water, and see, you should be able to take out this jaggery and roll it into a soft ball in your fingers like this. So this is the perfect stage. We will switch this off now. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the flour which has steamed well. Just transferring it to this bowl. Now use a large sieve so that you get a flour which is uniform and without any lumps. Then only your puttu will be tasty and silky smooth also. See this texture? It is described as a sandy texture. Put the jaggery syrup back on the gas. Keep the flame very low and now add this rice flour to this, the prepared rice flour, and mix everything very well together, the rice flour and the jaggery syrup. See, now we have got the perfect puttu consistency, nice and soft with the rice flour mixed with the jaggery. It is not lumpy, it is not sticky, it is perfect. Now we can switch this off. Add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder for flavor. Again mix everything well together. Now heat about 3 teaspoons of ghee. Heat some broken bits of cashew nuts. Wait till the cashew nuts get a lovely golden color and add it to the puttu. Mix everything well together. Vella Puttu, a very traditional prasadam for Devi, especially during Navratri, is now ready. We have soaked the red lobia overnight, and in the morning I have cooked it just for 1 whistle. See, it is well done and it is separate too. Now drain it out. Now heat about 2 teaspoons of ghee in a kadai. Add some cashew nuts. When the cashew nuts become a golden color, drain them out from the ghee. Now add this boiled and drained red Karamani, Cowpeas, Lobia to it. I have taken half cup of these cowpeas, so I am adding slightly more than 1/4 cup of jaggery powder. Mix it all well together. See, the jaggery will make it a little bit dilute. Don't worry, just allow all the water to be absorbed. Continue heating it. See, when it becomes dry again like this, we can switch it off. Add some fresh grated coconut, a little bit of cardamom powder for flavor. Add the fried cashew nuts on top, and your sweet Lobia Sundal is ready. So our day 8 Naivedyam of Vella Puttu and sweet Karamani Sundal is now ready to be offered to Devi. The traditional prasadam in North India is coconut. On this day, Durga Ma is worshipped in the form of Mahagauri. She blesses us with a healthy and happy family life. Let's continue with the Durga Saptashloki in the remaining part of the video. Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. As we are proceeding along with the shlokas of the Durga Saptashloki, let us begin with the next shloka. This shloka also comes in the 11th chapter of the Durga Saptashati. It says, rogänasesnapahamsi tustā, rusta tu kaman sakalänabhistan, tvamasritanam vipannaranam, tvamasrita hyasrayatam prayanti. Rogänasesnapahamsi tustā. It says, salutations to you, hey Jagadamba. When you are pleased with our devotion, when you are pleased with us, what do you do for us? Rogänasesnapahamsi tustā. Ashesha, without any roga, any disease being left behind, you completely take away all our diseases. Here, disease does not necessarily be limited to your physical ailments. It can be any emotional or mental ailment too. It can also refer to all the negativity within us, which the main aim of this Navratri 9 days prayer is to remove all the different kinds of negative qualities, your ahankara, your ego, your pride, your anger, your excessive desire and so on. So, when you are pleased with us, what does Devi do? She blesses us that all our diseases are totally removed from the roots. Rogänasesnapahamsi tustā, rusta tu kaman sakalänabhistan. But on the other hand, if Devi is displeased with us, then none of our wishes get fulfilled. Whatever our desires are, they remain unfulfilled. Why? Devi is not pleased with us. In the sense, we have not been following the path of dharma. Only when you follow the path of dharma and you do the good acts, then punya accrues and Devi blesses us. But if we have not been following the path of dharma, definitely Devi will not be pleased with us. And then, rusta tu kaman sakalänabhistan, all your kama, all your desires will remain unfulfilled. Tvamasritanam vipannaranam. So Devi, for those ashritanam, for those people who have taken refuge in you, no calamity can ever befall them. Nothing wrong can ever go with them. Tvamasritanam vipannaranam, tvamasrita hyasrayatam prayanti. Not only that, for those who have taken refuge in Ma Jagadamba and with whom Ma Jagadamba is pleased, she not only blesses them that no calamity ever overcomes them, or otherwise even if some misfortune in the way of some accident or some loss, anything happens, maybe you have lost some material wealth or whatever, she makes it that it is only superficial. Your loss is very much minimalized, or at the same time she even sees that even if something happens, it passes away very quickly. These are the different ways in Devi acts. Either nothing at all happens, if at all something happens, that also happens in a very superficial way and it passes off very quickly. Our bad times go off very soon, they don't last long. Tvamasritanam vipannaranam, tvamasrita hyasrayatam prayanti. So, and for those people who have taken refuge in her and whom Devi is extremely pleased with them, they are blessed such that when they advise others or talk to others, it becomes like a blessing for them and they for the other person. And not only that, they are able to continue their good work without any expectation of any acknowledgement or appreciation. They find happiness in only extolling the praises of Devi. So I'll just repeat the shloka once for you. Rogänasesnapahamsi tustā, rusta tu kaman sakalänabhistan, tvamasritanam na vipannaranam, tvamasrita hyasrayatam prayanti. Now continuing with the story. Yesterday we have seen that even Nishumba, the brother of Shumba, has been defeated and killed by Devi. Now it is the turn of Shumba to directly come and face Devi. He is extremely furious, and Shumba comes there in a huge gigantic form, his body nearly reaching up to the sky. He has got 8 arms, just like Ravana had 10 heads, Shumba Asura had 8 arms, and he comes with his huge army again to fight against Devi. Devi in turn blows her conch, sounds her bells, twangs her bow, and the lion also gives out a mighty roar, and she gives out a big attahasa, a violent sound. This terrorizes the entire army of Asuras, and Shumba is a little taken aback. Shumba then faces Devi and tells her, "Oh Devi, you are a cheat, you are a traitor. You say one thing, you don't keep up your word, and you are doing something else. First you sent the message that let your king Shumba come and defeat me in the battle 1-1. But then what has happened? You have not come alone, you have come with 7 other people like you. Remember yesterday we talked about all the other forms also of Devi, Brahmani, Maheshwari, Vaishnavi, Narasimhi, Varahi and so on. So these are only the different forms of Devi. So you come in with so many others with you, and that is how you cheated, and that's how you are able to destroy so much of my army. This is not at all fair what you are doing. You are a traitor. Do you think I can't fight you single-handed?" And then Devi just looks at him and says, "Where is there 2 or where are there many? There is just one and I am standing in front of you." And then she just hugs all her other Devis together, and they all merge into her, and she stands valiant as one Durga Devi. Seeing this, the Asura is shattered and he feels as if he has been struck by an arrow. He does not know now what to do. But then having come to the battle, he has to face her, and still his arrogance has not come down at all. He says, "Okay, let Kali fight with me. I'll have a wrestling match with Kali." And then he jumps high up into the air. Kali also in turn goes up into the air, and they have a huge wrestling match where they fight with each other for a long time. And then Ambika decides, now this is enough. It is time that an end has to be put to him. And then she carries his body, twirls it around, and then just hurls it onto the ground. Even then he tries to get up from the ground to attack her once again, and Devi pounces on him with her trishul and kills him. So that brings the Shumbhasura Vadam and the end of the terror this Asura had been leashing out among all the Devas and others. So the Devas are all very happy, the Apsaras start singing, and everybody showers petals on Devi, saying Jaya Jaya Devi, and they are all very happy that finally Devi has been able to destroy these Asuras just by using her might. So that ends the killing of all the Asuras. We have seen Mahishasura and Raktabija, Chandamunda, Nishumba and Shumba. The main thing, they have all been underestimating the power of a woman. They thought that a woman is powerless, she cannot do anything, and this kind of arrogance increased their pride so much that they thought that they are invincible and nobody can defeat them, and Devi finally brought an end to their pride and end to their terror too. Now this day, the 8th day of Navratri, Durga Devi is worshipped in the form of Maha Gauri. Maha means extreme, and Gauri basically translates as fair or white. So in the form of Mahagauri, she is represented as an extremely fair person. She is represented as holding a trishul in one hand and a damaru in the other, and the remaining two hands are there to bless her devotees. She is represented as wearing white, and this day is particularly observed as a Kanya Puja day, where Devi is worshipped in the form of a small 9-year-old child. So that is why people have the practice of inviting young girls to their houses, worshipping them in the form of Devi. That is, they give them all due respect, give them some food. Generally North India, maybe you have puri and halwa, I think. So here we give them all respect as if it is Devi herself who has come to our house, and we do this Kanya Puja on the 8th day of Navratri, also known as Durgashtami. Prayer to Mahagauri gives us lasting healthy relationships, especially in family life. Today you see a lot of discord, and people, so many cases of divorce also are seen so commonly. People are not able to adjust to each other. There is no give and take. So prayer to Mahagauri gives us long lasting healthy relationships in our family life too. Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Periva Sharanam, Jai Ambe. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen, and we'll meet again with the next episode from Geeta's Kitchen. Thank you.